Oh, that feels beautiful. That's a great strike. What if I told you there was a brand new golf company promising to offer tour level quality, but without the tour level price point? This is Tanso Golf, a brand that's taken the direct to consumer approach, cutting out the middleman and promising premium irons built to compete with the biggest names in golf. But are they actually any good? Can they go toe to toe against the big brands in that iron category? So just a quick mention before we carry on. If you're serious about improving your golf swing, then you need to check out this new app called Swing Coach. It's a brilliant trainer that I've been using with my students. It allows you to video your own golf swing on the range, and it analyses and measures body movement and club movement as well. You can select and deselect certain categories of what you want to sort of look at, so you can really personalise it to exactly what you're wanting to work on. It gives you fantastic feedback there and then when you're on your own on the range, and is a great tool to use between your coaching sessions. And the great thing is it's completely free. I've dropped a little link underneath this video so you can go and download it and you go and check it out and start improving your golf swing. So in this video, I'm going to put the Tanso irons through the test. I'm going to hit them. We're going to have some TrackMan numbers. I'm going to give you some personal feedback of the looks and the feel, and maybe see if these irons are worth your money. So Tanso Golf, I've got 3 different iron models to take a look at. We've got the 449 CB, which is a little bit more of a larger profile. We've then got the 349 CB, a little bit more neat in that player's cavity category, and then we've got the 249 MB, the muscle back iron, which is a little bit more towards that blade style head. All of these are forged, and to be honest, all of these look really high quality as well. So excited to give these a hit. Okay, so we're going to start off with the most forgiving option in their lineup of the irons, and that's the 449 CB. So as you can appreciate, a little bit of a larger profile here. Now, by any means, this is not a huge chunky head. You can see the sole a little bit thicker than what we're going to see in the other irons, but it's not chunky at all. So this is what they will say is their most forgiving iron. So it's probably aimed at a golfer who can still play a bit, but maybe wants to sort of have that little bit more forgiveness, but keeping that feel. And that's the key thing with these irons. All these irons are 3 times forged in process, CNC milled, and they're all built with passion, I would say. And that's one of the biggest things that comes across with this Tanso brand. The founder, Eric Birch, who I've known previously from another golf company, he has over 30 years experience of building tour level equipment. And to be honest, when I got these out of the box, you could tell that real precise finish, you know, just how the ferrule is finished off to the hosel. Absolutely perfect there. Beautiful finish, the build of the grip, the shaft, everything about it just oozes a real sort of high quality sort of build. And that's really what you're going to get, that personal touch with this brand. So 449 CB, as you can appreciate in that playing position there, we've got a relatively long blade length, as you're going to expect, a little bit of offset, and to be honest, a top edge that's just nice. It's a medium top edge, it's not too thick or offensive there by any means. So a really nice sort of shape behind that golf ball. Oh, that feels beautiful. That's a great strike to start off with the 449. Real sort of nice high ball flight there. Relative decent ball speed for a 32 degree loft. And that's what this is in the 7-iron, 32 degrees. So availability is a 4-iron through to pitch and wedge, right hand only. Now the lofts are strong, but they're not that strong. They say they're strong, but 32 degrees is not strong. We see other brands in that game improvement category at 28, 29 degrees of loft in that 7-iron. So refreshingly, this is at 32. You're going to probably see some control. You can see that spin there and that 6,000. That's great for a 7-iron at that 32 degree loft. 174 carry. So it's not a pure power bat. This is going to give you that little bit of help, a little bit of launch with that lower CG placement, but keeping that real nice forged feel. So as I mentioned, these are a 1020 carbon steel, 3 times forged. So we've got some nice quality in that feel. Feedback off that club face. Ooh, it's leaked a little bit out to the right on that particular one. Bit more me. Strike was good though. Obviously launched just a bit higher, probably going to spin a little bit higher as well because that open club face. Similar sort of area. Slight little drop off with that pushy one as you expect. So for me, I think it's a very confident, inspiring iron, this, as you put that down by the ball. As I mentioned, the blade length is relatively long there, so it does feel with plenty of confidence, but without going super strong on that loft, which I really like. Oh, it's beautiful. That feels great. See that flight on there, doesn't look like it's a low spin bomber. The strike was really good, 124 ball speed, launch good, spin just under that 6,000 mark, 177 carry. So some really good numbers there with that more forgiving sort of head option there in that 449. Okay, so let's talk about the model of this brand, Tanso Golf. So it's a direct-to-consumer model, and we have seen more of these pop up nowadays, haven't we? Where ultimately they're cutting out that middleman. So you won't find these in golf stores to look at, to maybe hit, to try. But obviously because of that, the price point is considerably cheaper. So they're about 40% lower than you're going to see from the bigger brands that you'll see in store. Cost-wise for these irons, with them being forged, again, there's that personal touch to these. I think you've got to remember that and build that into this price. But for like a 5-iron to pitch your wedge, you're looking at $900, or a 4-iron to sort of pitch your wedge, you're looking at $1,050. So pretty decent value for money for what you're going to get in terms of a quality for what I've seen from these irons up to now. So let's move on to the 349 model now in the CB. So the CB is standing for that cavity back. So what we're going to see here now is just a little bit more of a neater, compact head. Sole gets a little bit more thinner. The head length gets a little bit more compact, and you can see the cavity in the back is just a little bit less than maybe what we see with the 449. So if you like that little bit more of that neater look, this is probably going to tick a box. Again, the top edge is sort of medium to slimish, tiny bit of offset there, but again, very similar on that shape of that toe, very nice sort of rounded toe section. This again is a 7-iron, but this time it's 34 degrees, so very traditional on the loft. So this is going to be ultimately on that, probably that oozing that control, the consistency, the playability. Oh, that feels fantastic. That felt really soft. Again, a nice ball flight there. So we can see ball speed's just dropped a little bit now. That's because there's a touch more loft. Spin, you can see, has gone up a little bit more, about that 165 carry. So these aren't going to be a distance club. These are really all about a bit of that consistency and that control, maybe hitting balls into those tight pin positions on the golf course where you're going to get that stopping power. You can see that land angle there at 50 degrees, absolutely where you would want it for a 7-iron. So I have reviewed a few direct-to-consumer brands recently, and one of the biggest problems I find with it is you can't get an iron to test yourself and try it before you then go and buy the whole set. Now, Tanso Golf do something quite different. They actually offer a demo program. So you can purchase a 1-iron, a 7-iron, let's say, at half the price, so around that $70 to $75 mark. You can have it built to your spec. You need to know your spec, okay, but there is a few options of dynamic gold shafts there, lighter, midweight, heavyweight, obviously different flexes. You can have, obviously you choose your grip size, you can build the grip up, obviously your lie angle, your length of golf club, and everything like that. So you can get that very much personalized in that demo program. You get the iron, it's yours to keep, you can do what you want with it. So if you don't like it, you can pass it on to your friend, or you can sell it, or you do what you want with it. But basically then it gives you a chance to test it, see if you like it, and then you can order the rest of the set to complete that iron. So quite a nice little program there just to help you to test the iron maybe first before you go in and buy the whole set. Ooh, right. That was a low face strike. Okay, could feel that was a miss hit. Yeah, a little bit low heel on the contact. That wasn't great at all. That's probably going to drop off. It hasn't dropped off a huge amount there, to be honest. So that wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be, because that was not a good strike. That was better. Fantastic feel off the club face. Now these 349s could potentially combo with the 449. Yes, there is a little bit of a loft difference there, but you could obviously have that loft changed if you wanted to, whether it's a longer iron with a little bit more loft built onto them to try and match them up to then the 349, maybe those shorter irons. So that could be a really good combo for you. Okay, now this is one I've been really looking forward to hit. I've not hit this iron yet, and that's the 249 MB. So this is more of the muscle back, which is what the MB stands for, and this is really for your purist golfer who is a good ball striker and craves control, workability. That's what this iron is all about. Again, we've got CNC milling here, so tour level tolerances, very tight on the way it's built. We've got some nice leading edge, and to be fair, we have on all three models. I haven't mentioned the other ones actually, but there is some little relief on that leading edge there, so that bit of that turf interaction. The sole on the 249 just gets a little bit narrower here now, and as you can appreciate, the top edge gets a little bit more slimmer, and it does. So we've got a real beautiful look. But to be honest with you, when you put that down, it's not scary. It's not like some blades you find, and maybe more traditional blades in a way, that were like butter knives, weren't they? You know, they were absolutely tiny. So there's still a decent blade length there, very similar probably to the 349 in that blade length, just a little bit of that slimmer top line. So these lofts in this 7.9 here, or all the lofts through the set, are exactly the same as that 349 we've just hit. So you could blend these as a combo set absolutely seamlessly because all the lofts are the same. So again, you might want to go MB in your shorter scoring irons for that precise control into the greens, and maybe that little bit more forgiveness in the 349, maybe in those longer irons as well. So that also is an option. So it looks, again, it looks great. It looks fantastic looking golf club, to be fair, from that playing position. A nice flat, and that wasn't flushed, beautifully straight. Touch low heel, yep, there we go, a little bit low heel. Trackman's showing me there, and that I would agree with that. Yeah, 164. So I'd probably expect the numbers to be very similar to the 349. This is just giving you that little bit of a neater top edge look. Maybe a little bit more playability, workability, should I say. That feels fantastic. That's a good feeling golf club. I really think if your budget is a little bit tight, but you're wanting that sort of, that tour level feel in the forged head, then these are great options for me. Again, that slightly lower price point. Maybe if you get that demo iron, you could try it and then order the rest of the set to go with it. I think that's a really good option to do as well. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is beautiful. Again, that flight's there. I know that's got lots of control because that launched at 20 degrees. It's not the fastest off the club head speed, but it's not going to be at that 34 degree. Spins in a good area. Land angle's great. Tons of control. Oh, just pulled that a little bit, but a fantastic strike. That feels really good. I mean, all of those feel fantastic. I think the 349 and the 249 just felt that little bit softer than the 449, if I'm being honest, but all felt really good. A really big fan of the 249. That looks fantastic. It feels great. The numbers are nice there as well. Lots of control. So I think if you, as I mentioned, your budget is a little bit tight, but you're wanting something really high quality, Tanso Golf, give them a check out on their website. I'll link it all under this video so you can go and have a little look around their website. Post your comments underneath this video. Let me know your thoughts on this as a golf brand and that direct to consumer and that demo program that Tanso Golf are offering. It's an interesting one. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you haven't subscribed, I really appreciate it if you just hit that subscribe button, ring the bell while you're there, then you will not miss a video going forward, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.